rarely happens. That so rarely happens. So the other place, so we kind of know the who and the why, like there's motivations. Let's talk about like some of the where. Let's get into some of the locations. Now, you can see up there, I have that image. You can see the White Tower, but in the back of that, you see Dragonmount. And this is not a mountain in the traditional sense. This is not a natural mountain that, you know, was shaped by environment, that happened over time. It is not that. It is specifically not that. It's not a mountain in the traditional sense. What it really represents is a fracturing event. A fracturing event that never got to be healed. I think that's the best kind of way to expose it. Now, this was created, obviously, at the end of the Age of Legends during the Breaking of the World. And this is when Luz had realized the horror that he had done. You know, I remember talking to you guys about, like, the madness. This is kind of where it starts. Because once the One Force got tainted, of course, it tainted him and everyone who else were using this ability. And it drives him to the point that he literally slaughters his own family using the one power. You came home, you're having a bad day, you didn't just pop a beer, you just wrecked everybody's life instantly. Now, the cold-blooded part about it is that the Dark One brings his clarity back. He gives him clarity to understand what he just did. And it worked. Like, this is, like, it's not a lot of guys that could take, like, yeah, I murdered my wife and all my kids and be all right after that. So he was not all right after that. And what we see from, you know, Dragonmount is the consequence of that, right? This is him lashing out because he drew more power than any human ever should. And this land collapsed inward and upward. The world literally around it buckles. This was not a mountain prior to this event. This is just level land. I don't even think it was volcanic. So there's no construction with all this. This is trauma being displayed on a geological level. This is a geological traumatic event that goes down because of how upset this guy was. Now, where it stands is near Tar Valon. But it's not a place of reverence. That is not what it is. Initially, I thought that way, but I kind of understand, no, it's not. This is a very unstable place. This is volcanic. It is uninhabitable. It's like mountain, you know, it's like Mordor. Like, this is a very bad place. And it looms over civilization as a reminder of this is what happens when power is unchecked. And now, thousands of years later, let's run that remix on it. Let's do that. It was so terrible that we all want to live through this again. And that's what they're doing. Live and direct, they're getting ready to relive this all again. But why this place is important both in the story as a center point, and this is where Rand was actually born. In this very, very epic scene, I think it's season 2, maybe season 1, you see his mother. And they were at war at the time. They were at war at the time. He's literally in womb. And this lady is scrapping. I mean, she was nice with it. She had all the skills. She must have killed, I mean, no less than like 6 guys. 6 fully armed guys. All so that she could mother her child. For however, you know, much time they had together, she did what she had to do to make sure her son got here. And she did it. Right? She did it. And, you know, all blessings to her. Because it wouldn't have happened when it was me. Like, you're fighting, you're going through labor pains and one-handedly fighting and killing grown-ass men. Several of them. 5 or 6 people that she ultimately shanks up on. But why this happens is, again, he's born there. This is a place where it all went down. So the pattern is the exact location of the previous dragon's final act. So this is not by chance. This is by design. This is what fate would have said done. So a lot of the males feel it differently. Not as a call, but as a pull. Talking about this marriage. Is it gravity that cannot be explained. And for Rand, Dragonmount feels familiar, and it should. You got all this stuff running around your noodle. You got a crazy man's memories running through your noodle right now. So it all feels shockingly normal for him. This Dragonmount does not host frequent events. If something happens there, it matters. So his birth there significantly matters. It's not a sacred mountain. This is a mountain with some unfinished business. That's what it really represents, in a lot of ways.